Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency market asset class and going over where I think this is headed. So if you are new to the channel and you want to show some support, please leave a like and subscribe. So the first thing I have outlined is these two ranges from 33 to 35K and then from 29 to 30K. And I just kind of want to outline how, these are some very important zones to keep an eye on, considering that in July this was kind of a resistance area, and then most recently in January and then again in February we bounced off of this level and kind of held it as support. But now you can see we are back at this level, and for the moment it is holding. However, this could change. It is looking like maybe we could see some sort of relief bounce. But even if we get that, there's no guarantee that we don't come back down and retest this. So I would say if we don't hold this region, then we would obviously be going back down to this lower $30,000 support, and then ultimately, if the $30,000 region does not hold, then I think we would look towards 20K as sort of that next target, considering that that was the peak in 2017 and then ultimately kind of where we stalled here in December of 2020. So I would consider that if you are kind of nervous about the market and feeling a little anxious, I would consider that we might bounce here and see some sort of short-term temporary relief. However, I would also kind of look towards the longer term that we might be going back down to some of these lower levels. And I think these lower levels from $30,000 and especially $20,000 are some great positions to accumulate longer term. And I want to switch over to the weekly chart and show you guys one of the most important moving averages in my opinion, which is the 200-week moving average. So if we just turn on the 200-week moving average, you can see how this has acted as support in the bear market of 2018 and then again in March of 2020. I'm actually going to switch the chart here to get a chart that is goes back a little further so you can see this a little bit clearer. You can see how it has acted as support in the bear market in 2015 and then again in 2018 and 2019 and then again in 2020. So this is a very important moving average and somewhere I would look to as sort of the ultimate bottom or accumulation spot. So if we drag over the all-time high of 2017, you can see that we could kind of go back down to this level where we would ultimately have a lot of support, not only from the 200-week moving average, but also the previous all-time high of the prior cycle. So let's say we just kind of hold $30,000 for a bit and then come back down to this level. I would consider this as one of the best buying opportunities we've seen in forever, considering that it would also not only be the 200-week moving average, but support from the 2017 high. So it would have kind of that confluence of support. And if you see some sort of dip down to that level, consider that it would be a 72% drop, which for Bitcoin has only happened a few times throughout history. And what followed was some of the greatest runs that we've seen. So if you do see a move back down to that low $20,000 level, I would consider that a huge opportunity. But there is no guarantee that we get that low. On the short term, I would consider that we are most likely going to head down to the $30,000 level, considering that we're kind of at the last stop before that. So I would look out for that, and I would consider that a lot of altcoins are going to be not performing that great if Bitcoin's this bearish and it's kind of testing that $30,000 area. If you recall, in the summer of 2021, during this region, a lot of altcoins were super bearish and they were losing their support and ultimately bleeding against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was kind of outperforming the market. Bitcoin dominance went up and the market kind of paused and didn't really do a whole lot for that time period. So if we see something similar, I would just kind of manage your risk and keep an eye out for all the possible scenarios. I wouldn't say $20,000 is completely out of the question. I would say, it's in the cards, it's something that could happen, and if you're not prepared for that, it will really hurt if you have no preparation for that. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and as always, I will see you in the next one.